Okay, question 4 says enlarge the shape shown in the grid by scale factor of 2 using A as the center of enlargement. So talking about similar shapes here, okay, but we have to follow a set of rules in order to get the full 3 marks, okay. So when it says scale factor 2, then literally the sides are going to double in length, okay. So you can see this base side here is of length 3, so scale factor 2 it's going to be of length 6. You double it, and it's the same here. That's 4, so I'm going to end up doubling that, so I end up 8. Okay, but it's not as simple as that. To get the full 3 marks, you need to put it in the right place. Okay, it needs to go in the right place here, and it says here, it gives you directions. It says using A as your center of enlargement. Okay, now it's really simple because all you've got to do is choose one of the corner points of the shape. Now I'm going to go for this corner point because it's closest to A, right? And then you just got to ask yourself, right, how do I get from A to here? Okay, well, if you look, you've got to go across 1, down 3. Does that make sense? Cross 1, down 3. Well, if I'm going to enlarge it by a scale factor of 2, I've got to also double then that distance going from A to that point here. So instead of going across 1, down 3, I'm going to double that. So I'm going to go across 2. And instead of going down 3, I'm going to go down 6. I'm going to double it. So I'm going to end up down here. Here's my point there. Okay, so this point will be sort of moved over to here. Okay, so the shape is going to be enlarged, it's going to be made bigger, but it's important I know where it is going to go, right? And that's the key. Just choose one corner point, as I said, and you notice you've got to go across 1, down 3. Well, scale factor 2, then you double it. So instead of going across 1, you go across 2, and then instead of going down 3, you go down 6. So you end up here. Once you've got one of the corner points, you are sorted. Okay, so once you know where that corner point is, you're fine. You go along then with the rules we said earlier, because it's scale factor 2, you double that. So because it's 4, down, you're going to double it, you're going to go down 8 squares. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then the base, then the bottom is 3, so you're going to double it. So you're going to go across 6 instead. Okay. And then notice here, that's sort of like a diagonal of a square, one diagonal. Well, you're going to double it, so you're going to have 2 diagonals. And then you've got a height then of just 1 square, so you're going to double it, 2 squares. And then that last diagonal then just joins up here. Of course, that's 2 diagonals of a square, so we should be expecting 4 diagonals, which indeed it is. And we've enlarged our shape. Okay, and put it in the right place as well. Now part B, it says reflect the triangle in the line y equals minus x. Now y equals minus x means it's got a negative gradient, so it is a diagonal, but it's negative diagonal, so going this way. Okay, so careful you get this spot on. Okay, the way to obviously do it is just choose a value for x. Okay, like 2 for instance here is a good value to choose. So x is 2, y is going to be minus 2, if that makes sense. Okay, so x is 2, y is will be minus 2, x is 4, y is going to be minus 4, okay, because y is going to be the minus of whatever x is. So we've got to reflect it. Now when it comes to reflecting this here in the diagonal line, what's often best is if we turn it round, we can see then that this distance here, okay, just look at the shortest distance to that line there, and it's going to be 3 diagonals, I think, 3 diagonals, okay. So it always boils down to diagonals. When you've got a diagonal line here that you're reflecting it in, we're always looking at diagonals here, and it is 3 diagonals. So that corner point, 3 diagonals to the line, so you go back 3 diagonals, you end up here. Always reflect the corner points. This here then, this point is, what's that? That's 4 diagonals, I think. So you go back 4 diagonals, end up here. And then this one then, it's quite hard to see this, but I think it's 5 diagonals, so you go back 5 diagonals, you end up here. So there's your shape then reflected. There's the corner points, you just join them. Okay, and then you've got your reflected shape. Okay, part C, now it says rotate the triangle here on the grid below 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the point minus 2, minus 4. Now for this you need tracing paper. You get tracing paper in the exam. I've got this here, okay, which isn't very good. That's all I've got. But I will rotate it about this point. So hopefully it's clear to you, but you get nice tracing paper in the exam. Minus 2, minus 4, alright? So let's see that point there. -2, -4 is down here. Let's trace the shape first. As well as tracing the shape, we need to trace the axes as well, X and Y axes. So there's the X and Y axes traced there. There's my triangle. About that point then, where is it, 90 degrees clockwise, about this point, -2, -4. So there's the point there. So I'm going to rotate it round then 90 degrees anti-clockwise, it says, doesn't it? So 90 degrees, turn it around like that until I turned it around. And you can see now my axis is as it was before, and I've rotated my shape and I've got it here. So all I'm going to do is lift my tracing paper up. So I've got my points, corner points there, and you can see then once I've removed that tracing paper, I can draw my rotated shape and it's job done.